Hello.
What's up, everyone?
The microphone transition worked today.
It did.
Perhaps, potentially.
How's everybody doing?
Hey.
Welcome, everyone. Tonight we are playing Icarus, and we have returning guest, Logan.
Logan's back.
Logan's back, baby!
I see you play, Herb.
Uh-huh.
I see what you're doing right now.
Uh-huh. Logan is back. We've got a giveaway. Logan's book from his podcast.
Oh, I just gotta show it like this, huh? No, I
Yeah.
could probably put it down here.
There you go. Ultimate Random Encounters.
Yeah.
And
That's a,
yet another one.
yeah, this is the third one. Probably the last one we're gonna do on this stream, but you know, y'all treat me right.
Never say never.
Yeah, never say never.
Never say never.
Get in the giveaway there. Type
Yeah.
ticket one there.
Just to put it out there, this is a tabletop book for tabletop role-playing games. If you don't want to prepare a lot as a dungeon master, this will help you out doing that. Just roll up a random encounter, and then you play with your friends.
You could
It's fun.
even use the book to help you play the game tonight.
It's true. Icarus.
Yeah,
Icarus would get wild.
that's a plug.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So tonight's game is Icarus. I'm going to show you the box real quick. Icarus. We've got the Mad Men intro fellas following down right there.
I was gonna play the song, but I think they stopped me.
Yeah, I think it's a DMCA thing. If we
Probably.
so. Yeah, the people falling down behind Justin and Logan. So
This is the box art.
yeah, I will read the blurb because this will do a better job of summing up the game than I can. Okay. So Icarus is a collaborative storytelling game about the collapse of a great civilization. Every game begins in a city nation known as Icarus at the height of its power, where, in celebration, the city has decided to erect a massive, ever-growing monument in the center of town to display its prestige to the world. During the game, you will be stacking dice to represent the construction of this monument, drawing cards from a story deck, and to create the escalating events in the city, and influencing the outcome of those events through your actions driven by your character's motives. And when the dice tower finally falls... yeah, there you go. When the dice tower finally falls, your civilization falls with it, and the game comes to an end. Now, the setup for the game, the point of this game, like a lot of single-session RPGs, is to just kind of hang out and tell a story. Create, through collaborative effort, an interesting, compelling story, hopefully. The rules for this game are pretty quick read.
If Eddie jostles the table and the dice fall,
That's it.
That's all.
That's it.
civilization does.
Eddie brought down our civilization.
Yeah, the game is pretty explicit in the rulebook. It's like, it doesn't matter why it falls. Like, it doesn't have to be from you putting the new dice on there, although that'll most likely be what happens.
There's actually a FAQ section, and as Logan has told you, the game designer right here says the game designer answer here is the tower falling should always signal the end of the civilization, even if it's earlier than expected. So so if Eddie knocks into the table, cuts the story short, that's how it is. So sometimes a dog rampages through the city streets, like in an X-Files episode.
You never know when a dog shapeshifter is going to start murdering.
Yeah. So
your sound.
I do want to point out that the while we won't have them strictly in place for tonight, they do include safety tools for RPG settings if that is important to you. This is the type of thing that I think is included a lot more often in more modern RPGs.
Does it actually have an X card?
It didn't come with one.
Okay,
yeah, it didn't come with one. But basically,
the rule.
Yeah, it does explain the rule. It does explain the rule and where you can draw lines. Now, we are soliciting chat advice for this. Now, our boundaries are everything within the Twitch terms of service. So do not type or suggest anything outside the Twitch terms of service,
or like out of common sense for what we would normally do.
And we typically restrict that even further because while we swear. This is the type of thing that I would like to show my parents at some point. Now, so there you go. The setup for this game is quick, and actually there are rules in this rulebook where you can play Icarus with normal dice and with a normal deck of cards. You don't actually have to have the specific Icarus stuff here. It's just kind of nice. The Icarus dice themselves are just 6-sided dice. They're rounded to make it easier for them to fall over.
Yeah.
And they have 2 pillars, 2 columns on it, and then 4 blank sides. And we'll roll the dice throughout the session as we play. Setting up, we have to make the story deck. Now, this black card right here, what could this signify?
The end of the story?
You're correct.
All right.
There are basically, if we ever get here, this is the bitter end, and problems just get significantly worse if we hit this. Now, when you're making your deck, there are actually multiple types of cards that I'll show right here. We've got these are the Final Hours cards that have 3 falling people on them. We've got the Rifts Between Us cards, which have 2 falling people on them. And we play with all of these, and we pick only 5 of the rifts. Shuffle those and put those there. And then we have 5 of the Cracks in Our Facade cards that have a single person on them. Okay. Sorry, I gotta get used to the new setup. So, and those go on top. Now that's the story deck right there. Now, we do some other setup, and
that was with the aspects, is that right?
So we're going to end up making characters.
Oh.
And we're going to use one of these other cards. These are the pillars cards, okay? And we also have motive cards. There are 5 motives. And we're going to get these secretly, and I believe these are not known to the rest of us. But this explains what we want to do, okay? So I'm going to hand out some motive cards right quick. There you go. And they're pretty. The motive cards are pretty.
It's like 3 words.
Yeah, they're like.
Does Twitch get a motivation card?
If there was a way for us to keep it secret, I would love to do that. Okay. But no way to keep it secret. Twitch, they're going to type in all the motives anyway. So now the pillar cards, we're going to deal out 1 pillar card for each player, and then an extra pillar card.
Show one that wasn't picked.
Show one that wasn't picked. Okay, sure. All right. This is Get Rich.
So none of us want to get rich.
So yeah, your motivation. Society's collapsing. Who cares? Get as much money as you can. Try to buy a plane ticket out of this joint, right?
Yeah, so, like Elon Musk.
Exactly.
Yeah, build a spaceship.
We can't save it. It's the foundation kind of thing, right? Like we can't save it, right? There's no point in trying to save it, so we may as well just look out for number 1.
Right.
All right. So we'll deal out 4 pillar cards, and I'll try to deal these out in such a way that you can see what they are. Okay, communication.
Now you'll be able to see that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know you can read it.
Since we took the card cam away.
Communication is 1.
Using the card cam for stacking.
Energy is 1.
Okay.
Health is 1. That you cannot see that one.
Your head's in the way.
There you go. Okay, and then social structure is 1. All right, now, so these are the core ideas of the setting that we're in, right? And we were each going to pick one of these, and we can talk about it. We can check. We could basically choose which ones we want, and there's a strength and a weakness on all of these cards. One of us picks a weakness, and if we all agree on it, that's the weakness of the society that we have.
And all the others are strengths?
And then everything else is strength, yeah. And so there's a lot of text on these, and you're encouraged to read them, right?
Okay.
So, for instance, energy, I think, is... so, as a strength, power supplied freely throughout the city of Icarus. What's the interesting or unexpected source of this energy, and how has that changed the way the city is built?
So before we answer this, don't we need to...
We do need to know the setting, which is where we're going to let chat jump in. So,
prepared a poll.
We've prepared a poll. Now, I am going to give you one... I'm going to give you a brief overview. So we're going to pick the... Icarus is setting agnostic. You can play whatever setting you want with it. And it actually comes with 8 suggestions. And I'm going to go through this. I'll tell you each of the suggestion types. We've picked out 4 that we think are more interesting to play, and then we'll let you vote on which of those settings to play. So we've got in the book, you've got the first city, where you're basically playing the very first city that was ever created, the place of magic, which is like a fantasy setting, the opulent tides, think Atlantis, the Western Haven, which is your typical, like a Deadwood.
So player her
Doom Towns.
Do you want to choose that one? Is one of the possibilities for Cowboys versus Aliens?
You could vote.
Then we've got the Divine Jungle, which is think kind of like Mayans. The Red Prometheus, where we go to Mars. There's the Rising Singularity, which is cyberpunk sort of setting.
Blade Runner, yeah.
Blade Runner 2. And then the Final Frontier, which is like Star Trek, or even to a lesser extent, The Expanse type thing. So
Cowboy voice is maybe the only voice I could do.
So we picked, which 4 settings did we pick? We picked Western Haven.
Western Haven, Place of Magic, Final Frontier, and Opulent Tides.
Okay, so I'll read the quick overview for those 4 real quick. The place of magic, in a beautiful yet treacherous land imbued with magic and threatened by the evils of both man and beast, the city of Icarus has quickly risen to prominence in the region. Filled with some of the most brilliant and dangerous dungeon delvers, wielders of the mystics, and speakers of the beyond, it has become the center of knowledge and power in the region. So we're playing like essentially the capital city in a fantasy set.
It's like Waterdeep.
Waterdeep, Lothlorien. Stuff like that, right? The Opulent Tides is sort of like an Atlanta setting. So the island of Icarus lies strategically between 2 major continents, making their civilization the midpoint for traders and travelers from these lands. Though it began as a small village for merchants to take refuge in during their voyage across the sea, the city soon grew into a place of luxury and extravagance, a central hub of trade and commerce for everyone in the region.
So it's Atlantis pre-sinking. It's not like Rapture.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
We get to the Rapture, right?
Oh yeah. No, the threat is that Atlantis sinks, right?
Yeah.
Western Haven. Positioned at the edge of a monumental canyon, Icarus is the last stop for pioneers traveling west on the railroad. Originally founded as a shanty town for those working construction on a bridge across the ravine, when the project proved too dangerous to continue, the bridge was abandoned, leaving Icarus as their final destination. Soon, with the discovery of gold in the hills to the south, the city went from a temporary shelter to a booming, prosperous society unlike any other the West has ever known. And then finally, the Final Frontier. The discovery of the abundance of life outside of our solar system was the catalyst for the next millennia of space travel from Earth. Welcomed by alien life to join a set of colonies built on the surface of a prominent trading moon, the brave first explorers established an outpost known as Icarus and learned the languages and cultures of their new lunar neighbors. They brought with them foods and other goods available nowhere else in this foreign solar system, and in part because of this, Icarus soon grew from a small trading post to one of the most prominent cities in the planet's orbit.
Okay.
So there you go. That's the 4 setting options. That kind of dictates where we're going to go with the pillars that we have here. So we've got communication, social structure, health, and energy that are in play.
The vote's up.
The vote is up.
Get you some voting.
You're voting Western, Magic, Trek, or Atlantis.
Where do I see the results?
Right there.
Oh.
Western.
Trek.
Lots of Trek.
We want Cowboys and Aliens one way or another.
Yeah. There's nothing saying that if we play the Final Frontier that we can't just all have a Western accent anyway.
Yeah.
Western is running away with it.
Western. Feels bad, man, being Place of Magic or Atlantis.
Trek. Some Trek
27
fans.
more seconds.
Some Trek fans.
This is I'm really surprised that the 2 of them didn't even get votes so far.
Well, like once one starts taking off, then your vote stops mattering for
you
know.
That's
you
true.
have to start the time.
This is a pretty good microcosm.
Yeah.
We could, should we choose, have ranked choice voting in Icarus. That's our prerogative.
Yeah.
we could.
We can make Icarus the utopia. So
I got some bad news about the end of this game, no matter what we do.
I refuse to believe that this city can fail.
God himself
Yeah.
not sink this Atlanta.
Stop the count. Stop the steal. Western's doing pretty good right now.
Yep, Western. Okay,
that's
time is up. Western it is. Okay, so.
Alrighty then.
All right, partners.
Just like that.
I reckon I'll be here,
Alright,
Huckleberry.
Let's pull off here. Why is it not? Don't worry about it.
Okay,
It's gonna be there.
I will keep the action moving while Justin. Okay.
Oh.
All right. So now, energy, health, communication, social structure. All right. So now we have to figure out how these all relate to Icarus. Okay. So we could say weakness for Icarus is health. This is the Wild West.
Icarus is the name of the town?
Icarus is the name of the town.
Okay.
Where in the Wild West, health could be a weakness here. You get tuberculosis and just die.
Or really anything.
Or really any
Dysentery.
dysentery.
Don't get enough water and
Cholera.
in the desert.
There's no
It's like kind of hot one day and you're dead.
yeah.
I'm just fucking dead.
So that could be a weakness of the town or health. There could be something about the town that makes it so that people are unnaturally able to endure the elements that are here, right? We're a
hardy lot.
Yeah. Communication could be a weakness, right? Once again, it's the Wild West. We've got telegraphs or something like that, right? We
Blocking
don't.
communication to the world around us.
It takes
Pony
weeks.
Express is not here yet.
Exactly. It takes weeks to hear anything, right? We hear something when a train rolls into town and people come off and tell us. What they are telling us might not even be true, right? That's a social structure could be a weakness of the town. We could let's see if we can get some ideas from just reading the social structure card. So strength, Icarus holds those who embody what the city most values. What group of people are most respected and why? Could be prospectors, right? Like you're going out, you're finding gold. People really respect that. Weakness, in order to keep people in their place, Icarus has been divided into different social classes. Who is at the top of that social class and who is at the bottom, right? So we could have basically the people who it could be like the Wild West, where it's like
the same with like prospectors that they got there first.
Yeah, your railroad workers are essentially second class citizens. So yeah, there's it. The social structure is it's a good candidate for weakness in my book. So we each pick one of these. And then the final one is what the monument in the town is going to be based around. So there's something in our town that we're building as a status symbol or something along those lines. And the final pillar will be that.
How do we mark which one we've chosen as the weakness?
We will know. And I think we make aspects based on it. I'm going to double check that. So. All right. And
each of us personally will own one of these cards as like our thing. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah. So your character, because you're going to have essentially an individual character who it's going to be based around whatever pillar you chose. So if you had a social structure, we chose weakness for it, you could be someone from the lower class who was trying to. Like, let's say you had get rich, right? Whatever it took, you were going to get rich. You've seen how it is being where you are. Your goal is to not be there. Okay. And we're going to pick a weakness before we get anything else.
Got it.
Yeah, so that's when we would create an aspect. So whatever weakness we pick, we create an aspect. And there are these note cards that come with the game, and these could be any kind of note cards, any kind of scrap pieces of paper, whatever that you have. You could you write down a sentence, and you're basically kind of like sketching out the town from there. So we would put like rigid caste system if we chose social structure weakness. Communication is a weakness. It would be like no telegraph lines, something along those lines. We write that on a piece of note, and then we place it in a part of the board that makes sense, because these aspects are things while we're playing the game. They're going to create problems. They can be expanded on. So because of the weak, say, telegraph lines, we may not know that there is a war going on.
Whoa, wow.
Right? Because we wouldn't have heard about it.
Or that the aliens came down. And...
Or that aliens landed. Yeah. And wanted to have a Wild West duel with the quickest draw. Right? We don't know that. So the aliens show up and they just start shooting us. We didn't know.
Yeah.
There's no way to...
Should have shot them first.
Yeah.
Damn.
So... how well do you think the game would work for 2 players? I don't know. I'm going to play it, and I'll let you know. It could work. It depends on who you're playing with, right? I think it's more or less designed for up to 5, but I don't see why you couldn't expand it.
Yeah,
it depends on RPGs like this. It depends on how focused your group is.
Yeah.
Because if you let you get derailed, it can take forever to play a game of this, right?
But 2, you'd be pretty focused.
Yeah, you'd be going back and forth pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so we need to pick a weakness in the town. One of us will basically embody that as well, and then we kind of go from there. So,
I am personally drawn to social structure
as the weakness,
as my card that I want. I don't want it to be a weakness.
You don't want it to be a weakness.
I want that to be a strength.
Okay. Sure. I kind of like the idea of it's the Wild West. Communication is poor.
Yeah.
So
I'm done with that.
So I think that will serve.
Okay.
So I'll just say no telegraph lines.
Yeah. So like we know that telegraphs exist. We just don't have them.
It says, what is it and how has it changed the way citizens interact here?
Yeah,
you're probably constantly like a train arriving is probably a big deal, right? Because you're like, what's the news?
What happened?
Yeah. I sent letter because that's where the letters are coming in, right? Like we basically have a single point of communication being the train, right? So,
but like in the world that we're creating, telegraphs do exist. We just don't have them.
We don't have them. Yeah,
Icarus yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go with that. So,
all right.
So there we go. No telegraph lines. I'll take the communication pillar.
Take a social structure.
Okay. That's our strength.
Yeah,
that's a strength, right?
So Icarus holds high those who embody what the city most values. What group of people are most respected and why? Oh well, like the anybody who's part of the train, right? That's what we've basically established.
Yeah. You could have a conductor or something like that would be held in high regard.
Yeah.
Now conductor,
like postman.
Postman. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
comes in on the train.
Yeah. So we really value the postman. We're really like structuring everything around like I haven't heard a single bit of hot goss in so long.
Yeah. Tell me, what of the Real Housewives? My lord, I must know.
So I pick one of these guys?
Yeah.
Energy or health.
And I choose strength or weakness?
You choose strength.
Because we already got our one weakness, which was communication.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a major medical breakthrough or discovery within Icarus that has kept the people here healthier. What was it? How has it affected the way society operates?
So it could be some of the stuff that we are...
a rare mineral mined in the mountain.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We're getting close to those aliens already.
Yes.
Unobtainium.
Yeah, some sort of unobtainium.
Yeah. And so, based off of your motive and based off of your pillar, you come up with the concept of a character then, right?
Okay.
So like the
So
rare...
do I fill an aspect out?
Yes. So you could have like a rare mineral that's used in like health tinctures. We could like, mix it into some sort of suspension, drink it, and then it provides like an unnatural amount of stamina or something like that, right?
All right.
To let you mine more of this material.
I'm putting rare mineral that shows unnatural healing properties.
There you go.
Love that.
It's vague enough.
Yep.
Do we eventually get specifics? Like, Like when we say like what do the locals call it or whatever, because like
Yeah.
I probably have a
Was that
word
there?
for it.
You can keep it next to you.
Okay.
I've just written the postman is held in high regard since we said that.
All right. So now we have to come up with basically some characters. I'm actually going to play the newspaper, the head of the town newspaper.
Okay.
We'll say that there is a printing press in town, and so I am the owner of that newspaper. I print it, so
Oh shit.
the news that's fit to read is what I deliver to the town, and I'll come up with a good name for it.
I believe I'm the mayor. I need to have a good mayor name though. Let's check. Give us names or whatever. Damn.
The Daily Rant, yeah.
The Daily
Alec,
Rant.
yeah. I'll be. I was thinking of. It's got to be like a Western sounding name.
I guess I could be like the town doctor.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I'm here to study the minerals, try to figure out more about them.
We got some good names in here. There's like Atticus, Lucas, Tobias, Friedrich,
I think I'm Lars Lucas.
Lars Lucas. Okay. Wyatt. I like the name Wyatt.
Oh, do I have to put it on the same card?
You can. You can write it down if you want.
Yeah.
Your character is not an aspect of the town, right?
I'm
This
just
is-
making notes.
Okay, yeah, that's
Okay.
perfectly fine to do in a game like this where we want to try to keep track of everything that we've got. So, Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks.
I'll be
Barth.
Wyatt Brooks is good. Wyatt Brooks, the
Docs,
newspaper.
I'm bad at thinking about names.
Bad at names.
I'm bad at names.
Just be Barf Brooks.
Just pick anything.
Pick anything?
Bart anything.
Like
Dr. Huckle. I like Dr. Huckle.
It's alright. Doesn't speak to me, you know? The cowboy name. Somebody cowboy name generate me a doctor name.
All right, look, I'm an expert here.
Google cowboy doctor name.
Yes, I got a podcast y'all should listen to called Very Random Encounters.
Yeah, this is the perfect time. If only we had a list of names that we could pull randomly from to help us prepare for the scenario.
Look, no. This is not a book with a list of names in it.
Oh,
Much
no,
more about
don't tell them that.
no. That's a feature, not a bug.
Oh.
Mark Con Artist Hodge, Mark Hodge, Leon Glass,
Leon
Lois
Glass.
Owen?
Leon Glass,
All
that's
right.
good. They call him Mr. Leon Glass.
Name's Leon Glass. I'm here to doctor things.
I
I feel
have,
threatened by that. I'm 100% sure why.
I do have a monocle to help me read to prepare for the newspaper. So
We got an astigmatism, but we don't know what the word is for it yet.
It's when your eyes are all squished.
One of my eyeballs is squished a little bit. That's what the doctor said.
We got a classic case of squished eyeball.
That's what old Leon told me.
Here, take this glass. Eye.
Oh, shit.
Because that one's useless, being squished and all.
Oh, yeah.
This glass eye, guaranteed not squished.
Just pop that sucker out.
Here, I got a lemon bottle right here. I'm going to replace it with some rare minerals that we obtained from the mountain with
All right.
innate healing properties.
Whoa, I can see everything in green and blue now.
all right. So we actually start with the monument in the town that we're building is going to be related to energy in somehow. So it could be a giant windmill, could be a water wheel. It could be something in the town energy related.
Water wheel feels good, right? Because, like, our health is good, our social structure is good, and our energy is good. That all points to, like, we're situated in a good spot for
We're
us.
we're not straight up burning coal.
Right.
And dumping it into like the our drinking water,
Yeah.
basically, right? So yeah.
The water wheel.
All right.
When do we get to start stacking up the dice?
I want to stack the dice.
Little tiny dexterity game.
All right. So,
I blew it.
That's it.
the monument's function is to power the town, basically, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That is the question we have to answer now. I think having a monument that is powering the town is fine. So that is not an aspect, but that is what is in play, basically. So, all right. Now we're gonna draw 2 cards from the story deck to kind of like kick things off.
Okay.
It will likely end up creating aspects from these. So, the cracks in our facade. So, all is not what it seems. Something that was once a strength is now a weakness. What is it, and why did it change so quickly? So that is one story card.
Okay.
And another one is a resource the city once relied on as a prominent export to other nations is now running dangerously low.
Well,
what is
Health
it?
Rocks?
yeah.
Look, Health Rocks is what it is, no matter which one we choose of these two.
Absolutely.
But
What is it, and why is it no longer abundant? So I think very
do
simply.
they call it rock candy? They definitely do.
Oh yeah.
That's the street name for it.
It makes you feel real good.
So we need to create an aspect for these. I think it's basically saying.
Both of them?
Well, I think we could create one. It's a very dangerous thing, right? Because if we run out of those, people will just leave, like not come to the town. So now I could use my position in the newspaper to tell everybody that everything's fine. To stop having a mass panic, right?
Yeah.
So
wait, what is the underlying issue? We got to figure that out first. Right?
So
And then we'll see how
we have been selling the health rocks, rock candy. We've been selling rock candy to the rest of the country, the rest of like we actually probably had enough money that we could have declared independence at some point, right? We basically said we've got enough money.
because this is the height of us, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
So we started the height. Oh.
Yeah, so we could say that we declared independence from the rest of the rest of the country at some point, and because we control all of the rock candy and it extends life, so we can charge whatever we want for it because people will pay.
God, are there like fucking vampires living here? You know what I mean? Like ancient people who
could be. Yeah, we could. Yeah, that's entirely possible, right? For instance, health. It could.
It's like the episode of Mr. Science Theater where they go into that mountain and there's the people that lived underground forever, and then if they go out in the sun, they burst into flames.
Yes, it's like that, exactly like that episode, right? So yeah, it's not quite ghost rocks, not quite formed off the souls of other people, right? But I think when they put a Western setting in this book, they were definitely thinking Doomtown.
Yeah.
Right? They were like, this is Deadlands, this is Doomtown. Okay. So we got to create I think the mines do not have this stuff is much more rare than we thought, and we burned through it.
Right.
So rock candy.
And then it's like health is like basically we've been using this to treat everybody's ailment for anything, and it does heal you, but like what if it's highly addictive?
Yeah, and it could have drawbacks.
Right, like
or it could start showing like deterioration after like health deterioration effects after some time, right?
Yeah.
It gives you wicked bad cancer.
So we'll actually create 2. So rock candy mines are drying up.
Okay.
That's an aspect, right?
Have we dug too deep and too greedily?
I think so.
we could have awoken something. We don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rock candy mines are drying up, and I'm putting the aspect stuff not on camera, but it is there to remind us as we play. And rock candy has terrible drawbacks if you discontinue use, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Horrible withdrawal.
If you keep going, you basically you will never die. But if you stop for even a moment,
all the health things that ever healed hit you at one time.
Oh God, yes. It's just like
a boomerang. It's a boomerang effect.
So
right?
like pushes all your problems down the road.
Yeah.
What a great drug.
Look, it's fine.
It's fine.
Just keep taking the drug, and none of your problems will ever go away.
Taking a drug to make so that you can just enjoy it today and let tomorrow be like tomorrow you's problem is a pretty on the nose metaphor for drugs.
Okay, so now we are set up. We're ready to actually start rounds. Now the way rounds work,
that's literally coffee.
So on your turn, you're going to take one of these dice. Somebody can be the first player. We'll let Logan go first since he's the guest.
Hey.
So you're going to take one of these dice, and you're going to put it on an aspect. And what you do, you either enact a change or you support a cause, right? So when you enact a change, you're going to place one die on an aspect your character would like to change or affect in some way. Describe what you're hoping to achieve by putting your focus there and how you plan to do it. So Logan could say, the rock candy reserves are drying up. I want to find more. He places die on the aspect. I literally cannot keep track of where this is. He places die on the aspect, and you basically say, hey, I'm going out prospecting, or you're the mayor, you could fund more. So
just based on my two things of the social structure and everything, I don't want people are already like scratching their necks about this stuff. So we're putting a pretty strict, like, you can only have this much rock candy.
Okay, so you're putting in. So you're fighting the drawbacks. Then that's what.
I suppose so.
Yeah. So that's what you So that's like a good example there, right? What Logan wants to do is to help combat the drawbacks, right? So you would, you're going to pass laws as the mayor within your authority to limit rock candy use
yes,
inside Icarus. Yeah. So, so you put that there, and after you place a die, you then draw a story card.
Okay. The cracks in our facade. An unpopular subculture within the city is holding a festival, and some members of the community have shown up to try and shut it down. What is the subculture, and why is it looked down upon?
Is it people who do not take rock candy at all?
The
straight edge rock candy.
They were right all along. Turns out.
Yeah, they are.
But they would not be popular with those of us who.
Oh, horribly addicted.
Yeah.
They're like the truth campaign thing of just like
let's call rock candy what it is. Depression rocks.
Depression rocks.
Depression rocks.
No. Okay. So what festival are they having? Are they having
They're celebrating that the rock candy is actually bad.
Oh god. Yeah. No, I think they are celebrating that there's been the limit placed. So
so we have. So there's a
that's a victory for them.
So that would be an aspect. That is something that's happening in town right now, right? Okay. So what do we want to call them? The teetotalers, the anti-rockers. Okay, anti-rockers. Holding a celebration.
Everybody is just like, come on, man! It feels good to do this.
Come on, have you tried the rocks? Have you tried rock candy?
My body's a temple. Who are any of our characters anti-rockers?
I don't think my character would be.
No, yeah, I'm taking that rock.
So
I'm fucking mayor. You kidding me? I'm doing all the butts and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
What about Leon? He's a doctor. Does he?
I mean, Leon's been using it for the healing properties for people around town.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he uses it for his patients. Does he use it for himself?
I don't think so, probably.
Okay.
Doctor.
He's definitely studying. He's apprehensive.
Physician, so rock thyself.
Like very careful use.
Yeah.
Only when
necessary. It's mostly scientific use, right?
Yeah. Whereas the mayor's just like.
Oh, he's blasting the rock.
Yeah, he's blasting his eyeballs and stuff.
So what does he roll the die now, or like?
So you're gonna place a die, and then I'm gonna and draw a story card. I'll place a die and draw a story card.
When do we actually make the tower? It's on the monument, right?
Yes, and once we get through this round, that is when we'll roll our dice to see if we make a change or not. Right?
Do we only on one of these three?
You can put it on the stuff that you have as well. So,
postman is held in high regard. Could be something because that is actually an aspect. This is just my note of Lars Lucas.
Right. So you could say you want like.
But can I put it on that one as well?
You can. Yeah, that's supporting his efforts, right? So in conjunction with him passing some rock candy legislation,
I will start researching how to effectively wean off rock candy.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So you are doing scientific studies into the ongoing effects, and if there's a way to lessen them, perhaps by taking smaller and smaller doses. All right. So now you draw a new story card.
Okay. A group is sent out to investigate a strange anomaly just beyond the border of the city. What did they see, and who is going to investigate?
Here comes the aliens. They're here.
The maybe not aliens, but like the
What if we really
peoples.
did
The before.
like you're saying, for the people who come up from
people from the mountain.
mine?
That we in the borders of the mine operation that a chasm has been opened,
And there are people down there?
and there's a civilization down there.
Are they people, or are they
There's something.
else?
All right. So there's evidence of a prior civilization that's been found. And who are we sending? We could send some of our characters. My character is not brave enough.
The
to go
mayor
in
is
there.
not going.
No, none of us
Yeah,
are.
yeah. So
The sheriff or like the
okay.
law.
So local law enforcement. Strategically, local law enforcement is not enforcing any kind of control around the celebration that is currently happening by the anti-rockers.
Yeah.
And has instead elected to send a group of people to investigate.
evidence of a prior civilization uncovered is what I wrote for that.
Yeah. So in the mine system where we get our rock candy from, the material that extends our life. All right. So, okay. I will. What I'll do is I will give fair and balanced coverage of the anti-rocker point of view. Okay. So what I'm doing is I will be. I'm just going to Channel 5 news it. I'm going to go out there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I am going
We're
to
gonna give people mics.
I'm going to put a microphone in front of an anti-rocker, and I'm just going to let him talk. And I'm going to write it up, and I'm going to put it in a newspaper. And I'll distribute it around around town. What I think is happening is the anti-rocker's point of view is just basically misunderstood. And so
it seems like it's probably right.
yeah. So
point.
what I'm going to do,
Yeah.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to amplify their voices in town. All right. So we've all placed dice for our turn. Now we roll. So starting with Logan.
So you draw a card?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't draw a card. All right. An outside force has come to the city to negotiate a deal. Who are they, and what do they want?
Wait, is it the people? The
I don't. I think
it's different.
I
So
think
is it- or
this is
the train.
The train shows up, and some representatives
They're wondering why the supplies are drying up.
are wondering why.
Right, because
Yeah.
theoretically, my law has also affected the supply that we like donate
Yes.
or like sell.
Yeah,
Because
because
we're just running out.
Yeah,
we know
So we're like buckling
we,
down, especially the mayor being like an addict. Essentially, is
we
like,
can't meet demand.
Right. There's not enough.
We cannot meet demand.
We couldn't before the shortage.
Yeah. So this could actually be
It's like American government representatives.
Yeah, well, this could be. It could also be like a distribution company, basically
yeah.
sending their Pinkertons to town.
Okay.
And it's one of those
Yeah.
where they say, "Hey, what's the deal with rock candy? Why are we in short supply? And if you can't handle things, maybe somebody else should be in charge."
Ooh. But those are representatives from America, and our sovereign nation
Yeah,
of Icarus
Icarus.
does not actually even let people in.
Doesn't stop them from shooting us.
Yeah, it's true.
We don't represent their authority, but that doesn't mean they can't exercise it. So, all right, I'm going to put corporate. For lack of a better term, I'll just put hitman. Corporate hitman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
arrive.
fair.
All right, so. All right, we've got a pretty compelling. We've got enough. We got enough right here for an HBO miniseries.
Yeah.
All right. So any HBO representatives in chat want to talk about our
Come on,
pitch? Come hit us
We got
up.
some very reasonable rates for buying the story.
Yes, you can buy this story from us, or we'll settle for you just hitting subscribe on our YouTube
Please,
channel.
just any
So-
amount subscribes.
All right. Now, Logan, you are going to roll your dice.
That I play. Okay, and
Yeah.
basically if I get a column that is successful,
If you get a column, things get better.
Okay.
And
in the very likely event that I don't get the column,
if you don't get a column, this situation gets worse.
cool. Can't wait for it to get worse. Honestly. All right. Yeah.
All right. So
That situation gets worse.
the law backfires in some way. All right.
No, who could have foreseen?
All right. Here is the dice tower right here. Now.
Oh, I thought we made it on the monument or whatever.
Oh yeah. Well, it's definitely part of the monument. So, as dice fail, if they succeed, they stay on the aspect, and you get to try to make some future work on it later, right? But when dice fail, they go to the dice tower that we construct. Now we will keep adding dice to this tower until at some point it falls over, and when it falls over, that's it. The city has fallen. We basically write an epilogue. And that's it. We're done. So,
okay, all right. So clearly, like the law has already had some negative consequences, and people like already know the mayor is like overusing this product anyway.
Mhm.
So basically, nobody respects the law. It's like prohibition or whatever.
yeah. So the law.
Underground rock candy runners.
Yeah, I've made a
You made
criminal
organized crime.
organization. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. Great. All the law has done has made crime that much more profitable. So yeah, it could be even the corporate hitmen could be reaching out to the criminal networks.
Yeah.
Right.
Now they're actually just buying it from them.
Could be buying it from the criminal networks in town, or could be using the criminal networks to undermine the authority in town. So there you go. All right, Justin, roll. See if you made any progress on the side effects.
Nope.
Don't be hitting that tower every time.
Oh. All right, so
It turns out it only gets worse.
it turns out reducing your amount of rock candy intake makes it worse.
Who could have thought? Who could have foreseen?
All
this?
right, so okay, now let's see.
This is some fucking crocodile shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, my roll. Okay,
cool.
great.
Cool.
So, excellent. Now, so by platforming the anti-rockers, all I've done is draw finer lines of like a division inside the town, right? So yeah, you have people showing up to the anti-rock protests, the anti-rock celebration to counter protest, and yeah, so
they're the only people speaking truth, and everybody's just like, "Shut the fuck up, nerds."
I ain't trying to hear that.
No, yeah, nobody is.
I am trying to hear this.
I've never known what a success is in this game, and
Yeah.
All right, there we go. That's the round. Justin is now the first player.
Okay.
And we continue.
So
we do this until the game ends.
All right. We are done touching the table.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
so,
that's the thing of the past.
I'll tell you that.
I'm gonna. So the anti-rocks are holding a celebration. / they are emboldened.
Okay.
Okay.
Rocks are part of our heritage. If you don't like it, you can leave.
They are part of our heritage.
Yeah. All right.
Do we have to update
yeah.
this?
So this is updated. So there's no drawbacks. There's no medical proof that we can solve.
Yeah, seems really bad.
Yeah. No medical solution.
Everybody's basically dependent on like, insulin or something.
And the corporate hitmen arrive and befriend the criminal networks.
Yeah, oh yeah, we had to add that. So that just is an additional note on each aspect whenever we add
these
them.
aspects are worse, right? We could add aspects to it, but I think having the corporate... I know
This man.
having the corporate... I think keeping... For the purposes of the stream, keeping this stuff relatively succinct, you could sprawl as much as you want.
Yeah.
But for the purpose of the stream, I'm trying to keep the
my woo was that you deigned to touch the tower.
Yeah,
right? I was like,
that.
damn, man.
That's not bad.
So what I choose doesn't necessarily have to do with me, right? It's just like it can advance any number.
That's
of
correct.
aspects.
Yeah, I mean theoretically, it's like sort of
right.
doing
You're
this
trying
motive.
You're trying to.
But so far, so bad on my. I've tried. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't. we gotta advance the evidence of the prior civilization. Let's say
Maybe they learned to live with it somehow.
they, yeah. So the sheriff made communications with them.
The sheriff has reached out. Sheriff has found someone from before.
Definitely
Like at least met them. Maybe not established
communication
in any way, but
communications
has at least seen a being from this civilization
and lived to tell the tale
and reported back about it. So
Okay, so I think what my character is going to do is I'm going to try to uncover the evidence of the vast criminal conspiracy in town. Because I have the perfect platform.
yeah, we watch a lot of X-Files.
Yes. So I'm going to try to uncover the vast criminal conspiracy. I'm going to research into it.
Obviously, me and Nathan have watched a lot of X-Files.
Yeah, in the last couple of weeks. So.
Yeah.
Wait, you're supposed to draw the card.
Yeah.
Draw a card. Okay. So yeah, before you do yours, the expansion of the city has started to encroach upon another nation's land, sparking a battle over territory.
Well, that's pretty. That's just.
So the sheriff has reached out, but there have been some initial skirmishes between the prior civilization.
So can I expand this aspect? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So previous civilizations uncovered.
There was a skirmish,
but yeah, there was was it precursor to war, or was it a misunderstanding?
Right.
We don't know yet.
We'll find out.
We have to hear from the sheriff.
You got a 2/3 chance of it being war, though.
Yeah. Yeah, so I am going to try to uncover the vast criminal conspiracy in the town. There's a sudden surge in population. What caused it, and how does the city attempt to curb the increase in population? So, the news of the rock candy has made it east, and people are showing up just in time for it to run out.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe the supplies are running low. They come. A few people have come here, or a number of people have come here to try to.
Who are very addicted. And
yes.
Yeah. There's like, hey,
so,
my scars have opened back up, and
yeah.
Well, actually, I think it's across the board, right? I think the ranks of the anti-rockers have increased as well, because there's a group of them who believe they could cut the rock candy off at the source, by coming to town and disrupt operations.
Yeah,
you've got addicts who are showing up desperate to solve the issue, or to like for a fix.
I can extend this a little bit.
Yeah,
we get some more space.
Yeah.
So I think all it does is it just amplifies things, and the town isn't actually big enough for all of these people. So whereas there was like enough living space, whereas the social structure was kind of holding it together, everybody was like, everybody had a place to stay and whatnot.
Yeah, we had like a utopia for a little bit.
Now things are not quite as smooth, right? We've got people having to sleep in the streets at night, stuff like that. So.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's my turn to
put a draw card, Nathan.
Yes, that was the population surge.
Well, as the mayor, I feel like it's important to try to broker some kind of peace deal with the cave people.
Okay.
But also all these new people in town. So what do I do? I think the cave people is the most important thing. The mayor, that's like war right now. The other
yeah.
So where's that?
There.
Right. It's fine.
Right.
Everything's fine.
All right, and then draw your card.
The rifts between us. An important part of the city has been quarantined. Where is it? What caused it? And how have they kept the quarantined citizens there from leaving?
All right, so it's obviously, I think it's most likely got to do with the addicts, right?
Yeah, it's
because
addicts.
As they become more desperate.
So yeah, the people who have the least prospecting money from the town don't have enough to buy the now way inflated cost of rock candy, and therefore, all their previous wounds are opening back up.
Diseases,
infectious
diseases,
that were forestalled.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So anybody who had a bunch of
You could have somebody who had
contagious
like
diseases.
cholera or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And so we knew, like, oh shit, Tom had cholera.
Like we thought
We got to put him in the cage.
you were curing cholera, but it was just delaying it.
Yeah. So the cholera comes back. Oof. Where do we put
It
that?
ain't looking good.
Well, the point is, it's
It's not good.
I don't know. Let's slap him in the church or something.
yeah. We're not using that anymore.
No.
So yeah, the church is now filled with
Okay.
people infected with
Emergency
every disease that we've ever had in the town.
Okay.
Where does that add?
That's probably a new
aspect
aspect
of
or
the
modifying.
church.
Yeah.
Okay, so church quarantine,
Yeah.
church super spreader quarantine. All right,
Let's create the ultimate disease.
the super disease. All right, there's your
Okay.
church
All right.
super spreader quarantine.
Wonderful. All right,
Okay,
roll.
let's roll some dice.
All right, so mine was the contact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Things
Obviously,
did not go well.
Contact did not go well.
Contact did not go well. You could say there's only like one or
How could you do this to me?
there could be only like one or two survivors, so we can't even really make heads or tail of their report, right?
Right.
Like everybody else is dead.
We don't have good information on it
Yeah,
at all.
we don't have enough information to even make an appropriate decision, right?
Yeah.
So
Every disease.
all right. Okay, so see if I can uncover the spreading corruption in town. Nope. Sure can't. Sure didn't.
It keeps on spreading.
Okay, so what I do is I actually write up that there is no crime in town. I start publishing fake facts about the crime in the town, and I send that information back east. So yeah, that's what I do. I make sure that the Icarus dispatch makes its way, sending on the train headed east. So yeah.
You took a midnight train going anywhere else. Let's see, one success, one time.
Nope. No successes.
Brokering peace with. Oh my god. Let me just focus. Oh god.
All right. We actually lost contact with the mine. How about that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
We
basically, the hole isn't there. There's no explanation why it's not there anymore. Where we knocked through,
and that's where we were getting the rock candy.
Yeah. It's
So,
gone. Oh god, rock candy's gone.
Yes, that's
Everything.
There's
we
no
lost.
more supply.
We lost control of the mine.
Yeah.
We don't have control of the mine.
Mhm.
We can't get any more rock candy. The rock candy that we have right now.
Only in storage, right?
Yeah, the rock candy in storage is the rock candy we've got.
I do want to make it like some non-Euclidean shit. Like it no longer exists. Where somebody goes, the place.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Basically,
that.
like
they can't even
something-
find the mine opening
Right.
anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah,
It doesn't look like the mountain's ever been mined.
yeah. They use dynamite. They use all kinds of stuff. They can't even find it at the existence of an entrance.
Okay.
So
Oh my god.
Great.
All right.
Truly. I mean, it feels we're about 1 or 2 dice away from this thing falling over.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's Nathan's turn first now.
yep. Back to me, the first player. What I am going to do then is I feel like now is the perfect time to establish a more permanent connection back east. See if we can get some help, because I realize things are going down. So I'm going to attempt to get some telegraph lines established to town, so that way we can have. I'll do something to improve communication to the outside world, because we're sitting on a powder keg here. All right. A valuable resource used commonly within this community is now gone completely.
Okay.
What is it? What is it used for? And what are the citizens doing to get this?
yeah.
Run out.
Yep.
I'll put that here.
Yeah.
This is the-
Oh god. So like literally nobody has any secret stashes anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
None left.
Yeah.
Mayor, you should have had deeper pockets here. All right, so me, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, the mayor is fiending like a mother, and really needs to help out on this addiction thing. Like, needs to, like, let's dip on.
Hopefully, all of the rock candy.
The doctor in our town hasn't come up with fucking anything. And
It's true.
So he's reaching out to any expert in any field.
Just anyone.
Just anyone. Please help.
You draw your card.
Oh, God. The bad thing. The 3 people are happening.
That's really bad, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good, I'll tell you that.
The rift between us. A disease has been spreading rapidly through the city. What are the symptoms and how is it spread?
It's every disease you died of in the Old West.
The church quarantine did not go well.
It did not work.
It did not work.
It failed. The super spreader quarantine failed.
And now the town is infected with every
A circle
disease.
Failed.
Yeah. We kind of...
we have no way to cure it.
You know, we probably
Until
should...
I discover the cure.
When I roll this six-sided die and roll a 5 or a 6.
Dr. Leon Glass is going to find the cure for the disease. I bet my career on it.
Just smashes the town down.
Gonna fight the future.
All right, draw your card. Things are getting real bad now.
Oh boy.
With many,
I could believe it ending at any moment now.
Yeah.
Honestly,
with many of the city's dwindling resources still going to the continuous building of the tower, a plot emerges to sabotage its construction. What is the plan, and what group is leading it?
So this is
got to
still
be the criminals, right?
And this is still representing our
Water wheel.
water wheel.
Yeah.
Okay.
The primary power source for the town. Actually, it could be anti-rockers.
Could be
too.
anti-rockers, yeah.
Yeah, the anti-rockers are like they realize the town is almost done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they realize if they stop the power source, then the town will collapse.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, given that there is no more rock in the town at all, that, like, anti-rockers are kind of the only people who have their shit together currently.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is a fucking zombie. I mean, like, everything bad that's ever happened to them is currently happening to them.
There's probably some of the corporate hitmen that are probably still functioning, right? They wouldn't necessarily be addicted to it. They know where the money is. They could be
still. There's cholera everywhere.
They could be funding the anti-rockers.
That's fair.
So, yeah, so I'll put blow up the monument for the anti-rockers.
All right.
They might be done with this town, right? The anti-rockers aren't necessarily from the town. We said there was people coming in that were part of that organization as well.
But yeah, anti-rockers who this has been their town their whole life are probably kind of upset about all their relatives literally melting in front of their eyes. But
all right, so here we go. Let's see if I can help establish some more lines of communication outside of Icarus. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
can we make it to the end of this round?
Okay. So how did this get worse? Well, the trains come into town even less.
Oh, they just stopped running.
Yeah, the trains stop. People stop coming from the east to here.
Everybody starts getting cholera when they get off the train.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So there's like one train a
Now we were
month.
quarantined from the United States.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That's there you go. Yeah, we're just completely cut off.
Mm-hmm.
So
Shit.
completely cut off.
This doesn't bode well for the mayor's little role that he's about to do.
No, it does not.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh,
Success. The mayor got the fuck out, but no, he really values his town. So wait, this was to get some kind of medical expert.
Yeah, some sort of.
Yeah. So we could have telegraph lines built, but the trains don't come, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can communicate people, and they can travel. They have to like take a long trek out here as opposed to taking like a day or two to come on rail.
So with everything as shit as it is, the mayor has made contact with someone who, like, rock has made its way out everywhere at this point, and so people who, like, other doctors have studied it, and somebody found some information that seems to be promising. That's as far as I got.
yeah, that doesn't go on there.
Oh yeah, because that's
Is
it.
it back on there?
I'll double check. I think it may just go back into the pool.
Okay.
All
right, so I'm curing every disease.
Cure every disease.
Dr. Leon
No
Glass
problem.
is very studied in all diseases,
Mhm.
having only treated things with magic rocks for the last 5 years.
Yeah, so I think this just goes back in the pool.
Okay, cool.
I may be incorrect about that, but I believe it. So. Okay.
Dr. Leon Glass did not cure all diseases.
God, if you would have gotten success there, y'all I just found some different kind of rocks.
They accidentally invent penicillin.
Yeah. All right, that's the round.
All right, there we go. Logan is back to being the first player.
Cool.
I guess I have to put like no cure, right?
Yeah.
No cure.
No cure.
All right, so the mayor's continuing down this card's thing
Okay.
of finding more about that cure or the potential cure.
Yeah. All right.
Card.
This is a 3-1. The final hours. In an attempt to save themselves from the incoming catastrophe, many of the citizens have been secretly building safety shelters. What interesting or unique place have they decided to build these shelters, and what major danger have they faced while doing it? Probably where we blew up the mountain a bunch with TNT, and to try to get back in there. So there's just like a ton of holes where you can go and be pretty isolated. But like you said, it's unstable.
And sometimes the holes just aren't there anymore.
Right. Yeah. There have been several families that don't exist anymore. and
we can't remember. We remember vaguely somebody heading out there.
Yeah. But like, don't have details about them.
Yeah.
I don't think they were my friend. I would have remembered if they were my friend.
Yeah.
So people live here now sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. Man, my character is out of stuff to do.
You don't have to do your character. You can do it.
That's true, yeah.
You could help my efforts in this cure, right?
The West's most successful doctor, Leon Glass.
Yeah, I'll try to establish communication with the doctor and understand more about it.
Okay, draw your card.
Okay. The physical land Icarus sits on has begun to erode or change beneath it, leaving parts of the city inaccessible to one another.
It's like it knows. It knows what we're doing.
Yeah.
So wait, has the not existing problem sort of spread beyond the mountain?
So I think so. I think okay, so what if the rock, in addition to healing you, also made you not notice things disappearing?
Whoa.
And now that we're in the withdrawal of it, we've noticed that there are things that just aren't here anymore, right? I can like go to one of my papers and I've got like a photograph of the town square, and it does not look the same at all. There's just like a building that exists in the photograph that is not there, and none of us remember that building or anything like that.
Holy shit!
All right, Rock Candy withdraws through his things missing.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to. What I'll do is I'll try to figure out. I'll like pour through my old papers and basically try to figure out like where things.
Yeah, identify.
I'll see if there's like a nexus or something along those lines, right? Like I'm trying to figure out if there's like an area where it is the worst, or if there's a pattern to it or something along those lines.
Yeah. So you're looking at all the photographs that you have.
Yeah, pouring through them, noticing people that are gone.
Previously, when you looked at that photograph, you didn't see the building, and then like it like fades in now, or like
no, it's like a static photograph.
Yeah,
that is essentially impossible. It's like somebody that I've known. Who they were single all their own life or whatever, and there's like a wedding photograph in the paper and stuff like that.
Oh shit!
It's stuff like it's so.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, how did you forget this? Did we all collectively?
As you just were part of the Rock Candy, or going through Rock Candy withdrawals, right? Like,
it's we didn't notice.
So we absolutely thought the anti-rockers were fucking like wilding out, just making shit up.
All right. An area of the city has become condemned and subsequently abandoned. What area and why? That would absolutely be the church.
Yeah.
So despite all the strange occurrences in the town, the church is just a mausoleum. And people, you look at the church from far away, and you don't go there anymore.
Nah, it's done. All right, Logan.
Cool.
Time to roll.
Let's see how I fail.
Oh,
we did it!
God. The man did it. Oh, I don't have to put it up there. Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we got a guy, and like, seems like an insane person. And to all of his colleagues, he was for the longest time, but has like a real breakthrough about what this thing is, and seems pretty scared about it.
All right,
I'll try to take that person's research and make sense of it and apply it. Okay.
Leon.
Somebody mixes up a dot and a dash. Somebody mixes up a dot and a dash in the telegraph lines.
Dude, this guy said, "Fuck you."
We're getting up to Logan's belly.
Yeah.
You got the midriff for the Twitch chat.
Yeah. Control yourselves. Control yourselves. All right. Okay. Let's see if I can get to the bottom of the mystery.
Ooh.
I do.
What is it?
All right. So,
what mystery were you looking for? Like
trying to figure out if I could figure out how the anomaly works.
Is it? Do those people go exist somewhere else, like in a different?
Yeah, it could be like a parallel reality or something, maybe. So, the rock candy. What I was thinking was rock candy had a very specific structure to it. Whenever we pulled it out, it had like a specific shape to it.
Oh.
And that geometric shape is what the disappearances in the town are based off of. Right, so it's like an octagonal pattern.
Oh, kind of like it's like if you looked at the golden ratio or whatever.
Yeah,
and
it's like
spiral.
It's like that spiraling out of town, eating away whatever is around it. And it's one of those where I have like all the photos out and stuff like that, and I walk up the stairs, I look down the staircase, and I just see it. I'm like, so yeah,
okay,
all right. Little people are very angry about this.
Yeah.
I keep laughing and blowing this, and I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna laugh the tower down.
Okay. I'm gonna try to make communication with the prior civilization again.
All right.
Try to like
smooth things over.
Just, I mean, we obviously haven't heard from them since they murdered everyone and closed off the mountain, but
yeah,
that's maybe our only way out of this, right?
Yeah. Let's just all move to the parallel peoples.
A prominent invention, tool, or technology suddenly becomes dangerous to the citizens using it. What is it, and why is it a danger?
Oh, this one is the first one I don't have like a
something.
Answer.
Yeah. It could be the tools we use to extract the rock candy,
like stuff that has been exposed to.
Yeah,
the stuff a lot.
The pattern starts appearing on that.
Oh yeah, like it literally like carves the little golden ratio into objects that have been exposed to the rock. Oh jeez.
Yeah. So it's like you have like
be a fucking cool end of an episode.
So you have like a wagon that was carrying the rocks and stuff like that, and it just like falls apart, and you're like looking at it, and it falls.
Oh yeah, it falls in the little circle stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does it take on the negative properties? The Doc's one personally, like the negative properties.
It could also go backward. Like it could revert, right? It could revert to what it was before too.
Oh, like things in the town.
So you have like So you have like leather clothes that like turn into a cow.
Oh god,
like that,
or
right?
a piece of a cow.
Or a piece of a cow. Yeah, they revert back to the way they were. I think I like that more.
Oh god,
because it's creepier.
It is creepy. People just are. Somebody's like, "You got something on your shirt," and then it's just like
look down. It's just like it's like cow skin falling off of them.
Objects in town are reverting to base form.
All right. Okay. I think that if I can get the person who discovered rock candy to stop existing. I think I can undo.
Just stop.
I can stop.
You're trying to do some Back to the Future photograph.
I think I can stop Icarus from ever being formed.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use the rock candy makes things disappear.
God, so you're saying
I'm going to try to use it.
The end of our civilization is actually that we never even existed, and it's really good because otherwise everything doesn't exist.
Yes. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to find the person in town. It's like a primer situation. I'm going to keep trying to engineer situations in which I make people disappear until the town disappears.
All right. Draw the card.
Yeah.
Terrible pollution within the city has poisoned a basic necessity, water, air, food, etc. What is now in short supply and why? I think it's probably the water wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We kept it free of pollutants for a long, long time, but as the town got overpopulated...
maybe the sabotage effort.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Could be partial sabotage effort, partial just uncleanliness, right?
Yeah.
You got rampant disease in town.
I'll put it in
Do have a
the
lot of
anti...
disease.
And the anti-rocker.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of disease. So basically all the water is like tainted with all kinds of muck in there.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, successful sabotage of water.
Yeah.
I like the mayor has gotten 2 successes over that way, so I don't know what like I think he just uses the what am I gonna do? Like I think the solution is what you've come to. So I'm supporting your efforts. Okay. We have to stop it.
All right, we have to stop it from ever existing. You have no idea what's happening.
There's a lot going on, Bill.
There's a lot going on. You're watching episode 9 of the short of an HBO series. You're watching Westworld season 1, episode like 7 or something like that.
Which, like, congratulations. I mean, watching that for the first time. Season 3 is not going to deliver. In a desperate attempt to obtain the dwindling resources the people of Icarus need, a nearby civilization has been raided. They declare war in response and send an army marching towards Icarus. What if the anti-rockers, like, since the beginning of this have sort of been like squirreling away, like basically stealing extra rock candy, so they have basically a hoard of it, but they
don't take it.
Right, they don't take it. They just keep it away from everybody. But then somebody figured it out, or like maybe there's an inside person.
Okay,
but like the corporate hitmen figured it out.
Corporate hitmen, absolutely,
and they sent a force.
But now, like it's just like they were already like. The anti-rockers and people in town who are melting were already not getting along, and now
it's like open conflict. Yeah. And there's probably like there's probably just like a road in the town that is the line.
Yeah,
and it's like one side is anti-rocker, the other side are the people addicted to rock candy, and if you cross that, you are making yourself a combatant.
Yeah.
So
the aspect
is, I guess, part of the anti-rockers, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Just like basically, like
don't run the table.
Okay. So
this is fully diagonal from my perspective.
It's not looking good.
It looks fine to me.
It looks fine to me too, honestly.
Literally, come over here. Like, well, we don't, because then
I'm moving.
I'm just gonna take a quick peek so you can see this. I mean, chat sees it.
Yeah.
All right. So anti-rockers essentially have a base inside a town, an armed base inside a town.
Armed operation. Okay.
Okay. All right. Justin was first.
We are establishing friendly communication with
the other people,
the mountain people,
the parallel people. I think is what chat.
We did not find. They are completely gone.
All right. Okay.
I really dig parallel people. That's a good.
Parallel people's good.
I know the truth.
I can't do it anymore. We're gonna show Logan belly. There you go.
Eddie gets a treat.
Oh,
we'll do that after. That is a hazard to the dice tower.
What an agent of chaos!
Yeah, I appreciate the chutzpah, but yeah. All right.
I'm in Logan's camera. We're doing this. I can do it.
You did it.
That's fine. It's fine.
All right.
It's fine. This is all fine.
Okay. All right. All right.
Just keep going.
All right. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out who the first person to find rock candy was.
Okay.
And make them not exist anymore.
Nope.
Nope. All I've done is disappear the wrong people.
A lot of the wrong people. I think you keep using some other dice if you get to 20. And
yes. Yeah. The rulebook says keep stacking them. Find some other dice and stack them. So, all right. So all I've done is disappear the wrong people. All I've done is disappear people that have actually helped the towns. Every time I disappear someone, the town gets slightly worse.
Yeah.
The point of Icarus is that the civilization is going to fall, but we've like made the stakes like higher. I was reserved. Okay.
I came in hot. Let's see.
That's that.
Yeah.
That's that.
Oh. Okay. Now I
was gonna say because the stakes are like we have not fixed this, so it's actually that the whole reality stops existing as we've written this.
All right. So when the tower falls, I will now read from the rule book. Okay.
Give this boy a treat first.
Yeah, let me give it a treat.
Okay. Yeah. We'll get Eddie the treat.
Treat.
All right, so now we've got three questions to answer. What caused the tower to collapse? What happened to our character in the aftermath? And what became of civilization after its fall?
I think the answer to all of those is that they all stopped existing.
Except for the anti-rockers, I think they walk away.
I think if Icarus stops existing, the anti-rockers stop existing because rock candy's never found, so there's never an anti-rock faction.
Right? Like,
okay.
I mean, those people.
I think when I disappear the wrong person, I disappear myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, I've made things worse. The only thing to make things better is to make it go away, and then I just like leap into the void.
I think that your research made you conclude that it was me, because I was supposed to be supporting you in that, and I didn't even get to. So I think you disappeared the mayor, and it was not the right.
Yeah. I disappeared Logan. I found it. I figured it out. I know what we have to do.
What do we have
Follow
to do?
me.
Uh-huh.
Follow me. It's right here. You see this area right here?
Yeah.
And I push you into it. And like the town, like I push you into it, and the town's like immediately on fire. And I'm like, no, it was supposed to be him. It was supposed to be him. And I disappear myself.
And then nothing.
And then. That's right, Eddie.
Civilization.
Nothing happened. There was no trace. No one to tell the tale.
That was great.
20 years down the road, people come out.
And then it zooms in on the mountain. A rock overturns. Rock candy falls out. It's black. Roll credits.
So there you go.
The mayor was not the first to find it. That was just the. Wait, what were you? I forgot.
That was the newspaper
guy.
All right. So my motive was to bring down Icarus.
Oh
shit!
Which it did.
Shit.
So,
but I feel like that wasn't your motive.
So once it got to the point where I wanted to undo the town, that was bringing down Icarus.
Okay.
That's why I did. That's why I amplified the people to begin with, and the criminal conspiracy I was going to make worse, if possible. So
I had preserved the city. So even though the mayor was addicted to the rock. Like all my decisions when I was like, well, don't I would just leave? But no, at his core, he really like believed
trying to keep the city together. Yeah.
Mine was protect the leaders, but we didn't really have leaders, so I was just trying to like, protect people by.
You failed.
I was trying to find characters easy.
No, you did great. You did great.
So I tried.
So there you go. That's Icarus. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah. I would watch that HBO miniseries.
Yeah. So we're here. Call us up, representatives from streaming services around the globe.
Only $100 million, and the rights to this story could be yours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Exactly.
Low price. Such a steal. Steal at twice the price.
You'll learn what's going on if you watch the beginning of the VOD there, Bill.
Right.
Would say it's worth. Hopefully others would agree.
I feel like that was lucid.
I think so.
All right, there you go. That's Icarus. We got the giveaway.
Giveaway. Last chance at book giveaway.
Last chance for the giveaway.
Last chance at last book giveaway. Ultra Random Encounters book. Hundreds of original encounters to help you bring your next RPG adventure to life, is what it says on the cover of this. And it also says Travis Wheels, Logan Jenkins, Lee Terrell, and Greg Leatherman. Yeah, that's who the authors are. All right, we're gonna close the giveaway.
Yep.
And then do the
We got
draw.
8 entrants. Got a pretty good chance of winning here.
Chance of winning. Where's the close button?
Last chance to get in before he finds the close button.
I found it.
Oh.
Draw on the winner. Where's the draw the winner button? There it is. Boom. Coof based.
There you go.
You've won.
Contact us.
Send
if
me
you're still hanging around.
a message with your shipping address, and we will get you this book. Congratulations. There you go.
Yep. Icarus, everyone.
Yeah. Hey, finished. Sometimes I forget to do my plugs.
Oh yeah.
But
Logan should do his plug.
You can find me on Twitter at Logan Jenkins. Or you can listen to my podcast, Very Random Encounters, in which some friends and I play tabletop role-playing games and randomize as much as is possible.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, well, you can do quite a lot. But it does sound like a gimmicky thing or whatever, but I promise the secret of our show is that unlike a lot of other like tabletop actual play shows, it's good.
That's the secret. It's just be good.
We made sure to make it good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We will be back on Wednesday
with Dark Age Feudal Lords, the card game for card game necromancy.
Yeah.
1996 is the year. The same publishing company as brought you Guardians, the card game. Same gorgeous art as Guardians. Really ahead of its time card design as Guardians. So, pretty excited about showing this game off. The gameplay, heavily dice rolling based. So, that's probably why it failed. But also, the company went under the same year it came out. Yeah. So, or the company nixed its gaming division.
Yeah, they declared bankruptcy shortly.
One cool thing about the game, just a quick little factoid, is they planned for the second expansion to be a game that was 90% different in rules than Dark Age Feudal Lords, but was compatible to play against it. And who knows what that game would have looked like?
Yeah, because it fell through.
And then the third expansion was supposed to be combining the two into one expansion.
Wow, that's a lot of work. That's actually pretty ambitious.
I really wish we could have seen that come to life. That sounds
cool. Essentially never got finished. Then.
Yeah, never got published.
Playing half a game, so
it was in the playtest stages, but it never got published. So
that sounds like a David Lynch film. Like it takes a lot of time to understand what's going on. But it is all there to get it, but only like 10 people do.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know, and we'll see more about the game when we show it off. And there's probably some ways you could comprehend it being like just slightly different, but still basically the same. It even said the win condition is different for the other.
So wait, you have asynchronous or asymmetrical win conditions.
Yes,
that's
so the object of the game in Dark Age is to collect 10 victory points to win. Simple enough. So you could have like do 10 other things, I guess. I don't know. Probably more complex than that. No, because really the designers for Dark Age, for Guardians, still are designing card games as far as up until like 2017 or something like that. Maybe like even more recent than that, but they were
Dark Age
stuff like
Dark Age became a miniatures game.
Yeah, they didn't design on that though.
Yeah.
There was another game that the two of them designed on, Luke something. Peter Schmidt, I think is the name. And they just have really good concepts. And I think Guardians is really solid. I'm just excited to get into Feudal Lords. So
Yeah.
join us for that on Wednesday.
Yep. Sunday will be more Keyforge. And
Back to
then
Keyforge
Monday
Sunday.
next week, we don't know what we're playing yet, but we'll figure it out.
But I'll probably be here again.
Yep. Logan will likely be back.
We got
So-
we should play like Lost Ruins Ornak or something.
Yeah, I
still
could
gotta
use some
play
Arnak.
Lost Ruins.
I kind of like keeping Mondays as a wild card, and I kind of like playing different styles of games to keep it mixed.
Yeah.
Just because if we started playing deck building games, we could play like 20 of those in a row.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I like keeping it kind of juggled. So and also like trying to get as much chat interaction as possible when we have a chance to. So
I like when y'all are able to be the player. Like
Yes.
with
Yeah.
That's question, and then we also did it. For,
We could bring back the half truths again too.
yes,
That was
I'm
a lot
actually
of
looking
fun
forward to that. So.
last year. We could definitely do that soon.
Yeah, with that could be the inaugural because we did it around the holiday time last year.
I
So
believe that's correct. Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Thanks
All
for
right.
watching.
appreciate it, everybody.
Have a good night. See you Wednesday. Goodbye.